Aaron here. Happy New Year. Haven't posted anything in a while, but is what it is. I've been busy. So, what have I been up to? Well, I got the Mini X. I had some modifications to do. I did them. I showed you all that in the last video. But the one problem I had when the machine spun around and I lifted up the stabilizer, the protection bracket I put over top of the cylinder there to protect it, it was hitting the bottom of the machine. So I had the welder come back. Actually, I took the machine to the welder and he fixed it, and I didn't take it off of the trailer. So I learned the hard way. I came back, I took it off the trailer, and realized that it wasn't low enough still. So he came back by here and he doctored it up, which I'll show you in a minute. But now it's perfect. Now I have protection on that front cylinder and those hydraulic lines, and I have access to greasing it and replacing it or doing whatever I have to do. Plus, I have the added protection of 3/16 steel over top of it. So if a rock or if a brick or if anything, a log, whatever falls back when I'm trying to pick it up or when I'm working with the machine, it's protected. So I'll swing you around and show you that now. So there it is. There's the plate right here. So originally, what I had him do, sorry about that. Originally, what I had him do was he put sort of a peak on this piece of steel. And when I spun the machine around to work, it was hitting the peak on the bottom. So I couldn't spin freely. That needed to be lowered. So we flipped it over, welded it on. I came back home, unloaded it, and realized it was still not low enough. So that's what we ended up doing now. And it works perfectly. I can spin all the way around with this raised up, and it'll never hit. There's still lots of clearance, and it gives me a little bit of added protection. So that's that. What else have I been doing? That's pretty much it. I needed to tighten the tracks; they were very loose. So I borrowed off a guy next door. I borrowed his wrench, um, but I ended up ordering my own. This is a Actually, I bought this at Princess Auto. That's a 32 millimeter for the big nut. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in there where you tension it. And this is a 16 mil, I believe. Can't see, it's dark in here. A 16 millimeter ratcheting wrench, which also loosens the small bolt when you're tightening the tracks. So now I have both. I'll keep both with the machine. So if those back off or whatever, then I will definitely be able to tighten them on site and go about my work. So that's that for the machine. Other things I'm doing this year are thinking about aeration now. So I'll flip you back around and talk a little bit about that. In thinking about what I'm going to do for the upcoming season, aeration always comes to mind. I see aerators, Ryan aerators, I think are the best to use. So let me know if you know something better. But in the past, I had a bunch of aerators, and they make good money in the spring. There's definitely easy money to be made with them. Everybody wants their lawn aerated, and that leads into more work, getting more work out of the client, and so forth. So I come across them all the time used on Marketplace. I would buy a used one for sure if I bought one. Because I don't think spending $5,000 is required. I can buy one probably for $1,000 or $1,500 and make that money back in like a day or two. I can have one guy go around charging $50 a lawn on the smaller lawns and aerating, and he can easily do 20 a day. So I'm thinking about. I have some trustworthy guys. I'm thinking about having one of them just go around, drop them off in a neighborhood, whether I go door to door and make all the sales for him and then he just goes and bangs them off, or he goes and runs around and bangs them off himself. I'll figure that out. But I am definitely thinking about getting another aerator. When I sold my landscape maintenance business years ago, I sold all the aerators and everything else. But there's definitely easy money to be made there. It's more of a seasonal thing. You can get quite a few jobs in the spring because everybody's raring to go. They want to get a good lawn this year. They want to have a better lawn than neighbors. They want to do anything they can to get ahead. So it's an easy sell. You know what I mean? $50, $100, 200, 300, whatever the size property, whatever you want to charge. I can't tell you that, but it's an easy sell. So I'm thinking about buying another one, get a half decent machine, and make some money with it. Just to keep it around spring and fall. You can make more money with it in the fall as well. It's just easy income, and it leads to other projects. Like if I go ahead of my guy, like say I decide to buy the machine and I set up the one guys, the crew, they're doing whatever for the day. I'm just popping in and out and seeing what they're up to and supervising. Well, that gives me lots of time to take another guy, drop him off in a neighborhood, and go door to door. I have no problem talking to people. I'll knock on doors all day long, say, hi, I'm Aaron from so and so. We're aerating lawns. Yours is going to cost this much. Would you like yours done? Okay, thank you very much, and move on. So I would get a list and I would go back to, excuse me, my employee. I'd say, here's your list. Go bang off all these houses. I'll pick you up at the end of the day. Let me know if there's any problems and I'll come see you. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'll probably do that. It's easy money. And when I'm talking to these clients at the door, I can also say, oh, I couldn't help but notice you need a new driveway. When's the last time you had your driveway repaved? Or your interlock is sinking. Has it been a while since this has been lifted and relayed? Are you looking for an update? Are you looking to have this repaired? We also do those services too. So I see it as an opportunity to make more money and just line up even more work. It's easy. I'm making money at their with them anyway. Once we do a good job for them, it'll be easy to upsell them on whatever else. So if they're interested in a new driveway, for instance, then I'll give them a quote for that, probably on the spot. It's easier just to give them a quote on the spot and give them a rough number. That weeds out any potential game playing back and forth in the future. If I say, that's going to cost you, I think we can do that for $3,500, then you can tell by their reaction right away whether they're interested or if they're just tire kicking. And that'll weed out the people who aren't ready to spend. But either way, if you go and talk to these people and you do a small job like aeration, it opens the door to do more with them. So I like to leave them with a card, introduce myself, tell them I've been in business since 2008. This is what we do. Check out our reviews on Google. We're a trusted company in the neighborhood, and we'd love to help you out with any landscape projects you do. This is what we do. Check out our website. So that's what I've been thinking about, among a million other things. I'm just busy this time of year, trying to think of ways to advertise, making the business better, who to hire, if I'm going to hire more people, if I'm going to add trucks, if I'm going to add more equipment. So that's the kind of things I think about in January, February, because I know March is going to be madness. It's going to be tons of quoting, tons of meetings, tons of running around the whole time. So, and that's fine. That's the way it is. But I want to get the business sort of planning, what I'm going to do for 2025 done now. So when it comes time to quoting, I can focus strictly on meeting with people and quoting and doing all the other things I need to do. So that's just a bit of an update from me. That's what I've been doing. I wanted to show you that modification that took me 3 times to get it right, but it's right now. So I'm happy about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be in touch soon.